Hello, my name is Maria Bravo from the University of the Algarve, and my talk is on designing a course for a group of academic IELTS test takers. The outline of my talk is going to be as follows: a little about the actual test, the characteristics of examination classes, my own group of students and their profile, the tools that were used for the needs analysis, the priorities taken into account for the course design, the actual course proposal, goals and objectives, and concluding remarks. So IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System. It is an English language proficiency test developed and run by British Council in partnership with IDP Education and Cambridge Assessment English. There are two versions of the test, the academic and the general training modules, depending on whether the candidates want to use it for study purposes, work, or to settle in an English-speaking country. IELTS assesses the 4 skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking, and each section is awarded a band score and graded from 0 to 9. There may be whole band scores or half band scores, such as 5.5, 6.5, etc. The test report shows each score the candidates attained in each of the skills, and also an overall band score, which is the average of the 4. So differences between academic and general training modules, the differences and similarities. The speaking test and the listening test are the same for both modules, whereas the writing and the reading differ. In the academic, they have topics suitable to anyone entering university, and in the general module, the topics are based on general interest. The academic writing, task 2 is the same, but task 1, it comes in the format of a chart, a map, a graph, or diagram, and the candidates have to analyze the data and interpret it in their own words. And the writing is strictly formal. The reading test, in the academic module, there are 3 long texts, which range from descriptive and factual to discursive and analytical. They are authentic materials taken from journals, books, newspapers, etc. And they're selected for a non-specific audience, but appropriate for people entering university courses. The types of reading question in the academic module are of the following nature: diagram label completion, identifying information, matching features, matching headings, matching information, matching sentence endings, multiple choice, sentence completion, short answer questions, completion of a flowchart, a summary, a note, or a table, and completions with no more than 1, 2, or 3 words. The reason these are important is because depending on the nature of the question, we can identify what are the students' difficulties, for example, in completing the sentence with 1, 2, or 3 words. It requires an awareness of what category of word will fit into a given gap. Now, examination classes have in common the following. Students have very personalized, measurable criteria for success. They share a common purpose, which is to attain a certain target in the same exam. And they all require familiarity with exam format, the tasks found in the exam, and strategies to tackle the questions. The group of students that were part of the study was 7 students with different nationalities, all young adults aged between 21 and 34, and all requiring an overall IELTS band score ranging from 5.5 to 7. Their principal motivation was the same. They all wanted to enter university in their different courses and across different countries in Europe. They were enrolled in a 4-week preparation course with classes twice a week, totaling a number of 4 hours per week. Now, the findings for the needs analysis, they were carried out through a questionnaire, a diagnostic test, and a follow-up interview with each student. And the key findings were that students are not confident with vocabulary range, particularly academic vocabulary. Their ability to recognize and produce text organization and supporting ideas and evidence was also an issue that they pointed as being the difficulty. They had difficulty with particular exam questions, such as true, false, not given. The matching headings type of question. And all students wanted to do homework daily, and they all claimed a degree of learner autonomy. So based on their previous exam performance, because all these 7 students had already taken IELTS, the IELTS test, but had not managed to attain their band score. So they needed, this is what was lacking, the writing, there was 1.04. Listening was 0.84 below the score that they required. The reading, almost 1, and speaking was their strongest skill. So these were the priorities for the course design. In A's for needs analysis, students urgently require heightened awareness of exam technique and time management with each exam component. They need needs analysis 2. They need to practice and develop their writing processes. Needs analysis 3 was consistent, self-reflective, self-monitored homework habits. Needs analysis 4, they want to practice exam tasks. Speaking activities will not focus on the exam, but will be used for peer collaboration to share ideas and use vocabulary. Some more needs analysis. And the course proposal then was carried out as follows. So according to Noonan, the course syllabus provides information on both content specification, which is what will be taught, when it will be taught, the content sequence, and it defines the important characteristics of the syllabus design. Syllabus is designed taking into account the goals and the objectives. So goals outline what the main purposes and intended outcomes of the course will be, whereas the objectives are the statements about how the goals will be achieved, according to Graves. So these were the goals. Goal 1 was to create more organized writing for the tasks 1 and 2 in the test. And these were linked to the needs analysis findings and had 2 objectives. Objective 1A, to practice the stages of the writing process, and Objective 1B, to provide topic sentences with coherent supporting evidence. Goal 2 was to develop expedient reading skills, again linked to the needs analysis and the diagnostic test findings. Goal 3 was to develop listening skills for academic texts, linked to the findings in the needs analysis. Goal 4 was to develop student autonomy in their approach to learning, again linked to the needs analysis findings. So goals 1, 2, and 3 are described as strategic because they address the writing, listening, and reading processes or sub-skills required to perform efficiently during the exam. These goals respond to the discrepancies identified in the student's previous course in these components. And the final goal, goal 4, is socio-effective in that it seeks to maximize autonomy and study outside the classroom through self-assessment. Thank you.